I love Sound Attack. Thank you for distributing some of the best stuff.
Adam Marcello here, played drums for Katy Perry. Shout out to Sound Attack.
Thank you so much, Sound Attack. You guys are wonderful. You guys are great.
Hi, my name's Alana Rubin with 9 Inch Nails. Thanks to Sound Attack for coming down, checking out the drums.
Cool, man. Right, so just tell us about your drums, dude.
Right, okay, cool. Well, I've got the DW Collector's kit. I think this is Vintage Marine. When I was deciding on drums, went down to a rehearsal place because I didn't know much about them, you see. I had my car crash of a drum kit before, and I didn't know where to go for, and so I went to a place where there was like loads of kits set up and whatever else, and of them all, it was the DW ones that I really like the sound of, and a lot of my favourite artists kind of use DW. So, but yeah, this is the collector series. I've got a 14 by 10, 16 by 16, and 24 by 18. Also, when we were talking about them, they were telling us about VLX and VLT technologies, different orientation of the plies. And so these two are VLTs, and this is VLX, and it just kind of lowers the tone of the drums. I think the VLX is only available in big floor toms and kick drums. Yeah. But I think the VLT you can also have in snares as well. I haven't got it in this one. This is an edge snare, so it's like, you know, alloy and wood kind of mix. And it weighs about as much as me. It's really heavy, but it sounds great. You know, it's got a nice warm tone to it. It's really versatile. It's great. The reason I went for big shells is again just because like the nature of the Kaiser CHIEFS shows, they're all quite rock and roll, and I don't know, the big shells kind of just lent itself to that really. Equally, if I went for smaller shells, and I'm pretty sure like the guys who make me sound good will make it also sound good, so it's all good, you know what I mean? But yeah, I love it. I think it's fantastic.
And heads on the kit, what are you using?
Well, they're all coated. These are Ambassador X's, Remo Ambassador X, and Power Stroke 4 on the kick. And I've got a controlled sound snare. We've gone for the coated just because they're sort of like not as bright, you know what I mean? Just slightly dulled, which is cool, but they still have a nice warm tone, and again, really versatile. I've got the controlled sound. We were recommended this because I don't know whether it's just because I had a terrible technique or bad positioning or whatever, but I seem to just hit and dent all my snare heads before, and so I just like smacking stuff really hard. I've got lots of pent-up aggression. But the kind of extra dot in the middle of that helps with its life. I can go probably a good 5 gigs now without having to change it, which is cool. So yeah, that's that.
And then yeah, cymbals. What cymbals are you using?
Well, these are all Sabian. Again, back in the day with my car crash drum kit, I had terrible cymbals, and one day, like a sound guy just said to me, just you know, stop being so tight and just get some good cymbals. So I saved up and I went into a place and I just hit loads of stuff. And of them all, the one that definitely stood out by miles was the HHX Explosion Crash. Yeah. It was an 18-inch, I think. And it was great, but I couldn't afford to get loads of them. So I just had the one good cymbal, which I kept trying to hit during the whole gig. And so when I got the chance to go back to Sabian again, I grabbed it, and strangely enough, I ended up with the Explosion Crash 19-inch here. I actually went for an AAA raw bell crash here just for the slight tonal differences. But for most of the Kaiser songs, it's all hats and ride. Now this is a 22-inch HHX Legacy, and it's incredible. It's got an amazing wash sound. A lot of our songs have kind of got a lot of washes in the choruses and whatever else, but occasionally on the new album we've got a couple where I need a decent bell type sound, and this seems to be suitable for both, so that's cool. I like to keep it minimal, so I don't want to have loads of cymbals. These HHX accelerator hats are 15-inch, but again, it's the same thing. When they're open and loud and crashing, they just kind of fill a place like this. It's amazing. But when they're closed and make a nice kind of chick sound, it kind of is nice and tight and concise, and it's got the nice kind of variation between the two extremes. So yeah, as it turns out, most of my stuff is HHX. You know, it's great.
Right, so what hardware you got?
Everything's DW.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just because I love them. And they're never going to break, and they're just great. They've got these nice little, I don't know what they're called, but the kind of, you loosen these things at the bottom to kind of fine-tune your tension on the cymbals, which are great. Yeah. Andy, my drum tech over there, Andy Dimmock, he'll know how fussy I am about that. This sort of thing, it's like, tighter, looser, the same. You know, I mean, I just get angry at stuff. I've got the DW 9000 pedal for no reason other than it was the one that was recommended, and it's great, and I've got used to it and it's never failed me. It's fantastic. The 9000 hi-hat stand as well, we went for the extra high one because I used to actually play that pretty much to the limit. I've calmed down now. definitely calmed down. But I used to sit high and that used to be high, but everything's gone a little lower as I'm getting older. Hurts my neck looking up a little bit more now. So. The sticks I'm using, I've recently changed because I was using the, you know, the Vic Firth Steve Gadd signature sticks, right? The black ones, yeah. But purely for the reason, again, I know nothing about drums, purely for the reason that when I went into a drum shop, I knew which ones I was getting because they were black. But I got really used to using them after a while. But then, because I'm ridiculously vain as well, one day someone came up to me and said, you know, you can get your name on some sticks. And I went, cool, all right. So I went for these, which are the, I think they're American Classic 85As, which are basically very, very similar dimensions to the Steve Gadd ones. That's why I got them. But I put my name on them, and I was like, cool, and my mum's really happy. And yeah, the newest addition to my setup is the Roland SPD-SX. Again, it was recommended to me. I was looking around at loads of other ones, but everybody just told me to go get this one, and so far so good. I'm pretty sure I started one on a Tuesday when I started like messing about with it, and I woke up and it was Monday morning. There's just so much you can do with it. You know, you mess about with sounds, and I've never experienced any kind of crosstalk on them or anything. They're really sensitive. Yeah, it's great because, like, you know, we'll be able to play some songs that we've never played before, just because we can have a nice background sample going on, and always the opportunity to kind of slip in a, oh yeah, yeah, something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's always quite good. So, hi, I'm Vijay Mistry. I play drums for Kaiser CHIEFS. We're here at the O2 in London, and I would like to thank Sound Attack for coming down and listening to me drone on about my drum kit for a bit. It's shiny, isn't it?